The biggest Rocket League LAN with a prize pool of $2 million was played last week for an enormous audience of about 8,000 average viewers. Just for comparison, 4.5 thousand people watched this game live. My name is Anton and you're watching This Week on Rocket League. This is of course the series where we take a look at all the crazy and stupid things that this game has had to offer during the past 7 days. And believe me, this game never fails to deliver. So let's check out what's been happening this week. As you know, we like to stay up to date on current events on this channel, and that extends to outside of Rocket League. We have talked about stuff like Elon Musk buying Twitter and cinematic classics like Morbius in the past on this show. So I thought, you know what, let's have a quick look at what's been happening in the world this week. Alright, maybe not. Rocket League likes to collab with different companies to bring exclusives to the game, and usually these exclusives include car bodies that nobody uses, decals that nobody use, and game modes that people really enjoy before Psyonix decides to take them away from them. But this week Psyonix announced this collab on Twitter. This looks so good. The only way this could have been better was if they made the Mercurial boot into a car body. But moving on to esports, and Rocket League esports had one of the craziest weeks this week as one of the biggest events of all time took place, and I'm of course talking about the V1 versus SSG basketball match. But also the tournament with the biggest prize pool in the game's history finished on Sunday, with $2 million distributed to the participants. You would think that with a prize pool like this would have easily been the biggest Rocket League esports event that has ever happened. However, the tournament had a peak viewership of about 21,000. They paid $100 per one viewer. Farming Simulator League Season 3 Tournament 4 had almost the same peak viewers as the biggest Rocket League tournament of all time. I mean, let's be honest, the advertising for this event was abysmal. There was no promotion on social media or anywhere, no drops, and the stream wasn't even on the Twitch recommended page. Most people didn't even know that it was happening before Moist decided to drop out of the tournament, which, to be honest, wasn't the greatest promotion for the event either. With the event being such a flop viewership wise, it raises an interesting question. Did Rocket League fall off plus get ratioed? You go on the internet and you'll see all the time a bunch of people saying that Rocket League is dead or Rocket League esports is dead. And to be fair, it is the internet, so it's not like these people do fact checking before they post a tweet. But there have been worries over the player base declining for a while now, and you know what? These are all valid points. The game is dead. Tune in a couple months when me, Musty, and Sunless start our Minecraft channels. No, of course the game is not dead. Rocket League has around 89 million monthly players as of June, which makes it one of the most popular games out there. And RLCS has had some of the highest viewership ever. Every major has been on the same level with Season 8 World Championships in terms of viewership. So no, Rocket League is not dying. It's doing great. You know what? This game sucks, this game is dead, but now it's time for the recap of the tournament, which you will need, because let's be honest, you didn't watch it. The tournament didn't start off great as the current major champion Moist Esports decided that they wouldn't attend the tournament. Batira and Joyo wanted to take time for Worlds, and with only Rice wanting to attend the event, the team decided to not go and focus on the World Championships instead. But now let's finally get to the tournament. The tournament started with the group stage, where 4 groups of 6 battled it out in a double elimination bracket. Let's start with Group A, where G2 made their big comeback after a disappointing spring major by getting Luminosity in the first round. I think there was a huge missed opportunity to have an NA Atomic versus EU Atomic 1v1. G2 then put Atomic as their 1v1 player and absolutely wrecked Twisted Minds. They then moved on to face Complexity in the next. G2. The 2 stands for getting dropped in the second round. Someone who fared a little better was Guild, who swept Luminosity to qualify for the playoffs. Luminosity then took Complexity all the way to Game 5, where they got a bit of a whooping. And so Guild and Complexity qualified from Group A. In Group B, Team Endpoint proved the haters wrong, as they finally managed to win a LAN game after annihilating Rogue, and then they lost the next 2 series. Can't get too greedy. Space Station was just unstoppable as they swept both Heat and Endpoint to qualify for the playoffs. Heat signed Choosers right before the tournament, and after losing the Space Station, they went absolutely nuts as they just destroyed everyone in their path. I mean, not bad considering they only qualified for 1 RLCS regional the whole season. Moving on to Group C, and you could hear the screams of Harry Maguire from all the way from England as Semper got absolutely smacked by F16 Esports. F16 then didn't show any signs of slowing down as they smacked FaZe in the next round. round. They then took Furia to game 5, where they ultimately lost, and then they played against FaZe again and got smacked. But F16 definitely showed that MENA isn't just a one-team region. FaZe had to clear the entire lower bracket to qualify for the playoffs. They started by beating Orlando Pirates quite handily. They then beat Semper narrowly in 4 games, that included 2 overtimes, and then they swept F16 like mentioned before, qualifying for the playoffs alongside Furia. And last but not least, we have Group D, where Gaming Gladiators got their first LAN win as they beat Almid, despite having their coach play as their third. They then faced Falcons, which didn't go as well, and then lost to Renegades in game 5. Dignitas finally managed to avoid getting reverse swept, as they actually won the third game against 0-1 Esports as well, and then they lost the next 2 series. Can't get too greedy. And so, Falcons and 0-1 Esports, the 2 MENA teams, qualified for the playoffs. The playoffs started off with a bang, as Guild absolutely destroyed 0-1 in the first round. FaZe then faced FaZe, having not lost a single game in the tournament so far. FaZe gave them their first loss narrowly in the first game, after which Daniel beat AJ in the 1v1, and now with the series tied, it was time for Space Station to... Space Station. The C stands for Can't Win a Tournament. Next we had the clash between the South American and North American South Americans, as Furia beat Complexity, and in the final matchup of the first round, Heat's amazing run came to an end as they fell to the Falcons. The focus of attention was on rezears, who came on as a replacement for Juicy from Reeegzy. Their logo looks like the silver symbol. He was just unstoppable, even scoring these back-to-back bangers in game 4.
Coming in from one of the Falcons attackers, Ahmad, I believe. Rezears to the ceiling with 40 meters, can go up for 1. The double tie is masterful. The hidden gem shouting his name on the international stage. You love to see it. Rezears going again. Who do you think you are, pal?
After the loss, rezears announced that he is now looking for a team in either EU or NA. My guy went from playing for the team of Silvers to going intercontinental, but now we had a LAN with the best 4 consisting of 4 different regions for the first time ever. The first matchup was Guild versus FaZe, EU versus NA, the 2 rival regions. FaZe Clan. More like FaZe Palm, am I right? In the other matchup, Falcons took a 3-game lead straight off the bat against Furia. They then finished him off and won the next game. Come on, guys. They then finished just 1 win. Okay, and so the stage for the grand finals was set. Guild had played an amazing tournament so far, and Furia had become the first South American team to reach the grand finals at an international LAN. It was an exciting match, as it was the first EU versus SAM grand finals in history, and Furia swept them. Thanks for ruining the fun, guys, but what a great event. From pros to casters, everyone has been praising the event for how fun and entertaining it was. We're not sure yet what the viewers think though, as we haven't been able to locate a single one yet. After the event, the pros went right back to bumping each other, after which it was time to go home. Except for AJ, who once again had trouble with flights. United Airlines. Do you hate yourself? But with the tournament wrapped up, Furia shot up to first place after winning the grand finals on Sunday. Moist Esports and Team Queso have places 7 and 8 despite having the exact same team. Heat, which was formed for literally 1 weekend, has now made more money than NRG. And as our last bit of esports news, FaZe Clan became a publicly traded company on Wednesday on the Nasdaq Stock Exchange, which started off great with a 30% drop on the first day. They fell off faster than FaZe at the Gamers 8 semifinals. It's always great to watch the pros who are just masters of the game, but you know what's even better? Players who can't even hit the ball.
Like his grapple got behind it and it just went straight through his goal. And then started pulling him in.
No!
Oh, no way!
Honestly, after that you gotta uninstall the game and become a Fall Guys main. Reddit user PhoenixRisingAsh was 2-1 down with 5 seconds left when he got a wide open net in front of him. The stars had aligned. It was his time. Psyonix. You know what? Screw you. But you know what time it is? It's time for Clip of the Week. Each week, you guys submit your clips on the AntonTheKicker Discord. The top 5 are then voted on by the members to get a chance at winning 500 credits. So if you want to submit your own clips or influence who makes the top 5 for one of these videos, you can do so on my Discord server. Link in the description. But before we reveal the top 5, let's look at some honorable mentions. RLCS exclamation mark. You couldn't make that any easier to pronounce. Scored this insane flick in a 2s match. SnipezHD ruined his opponent's day with this goal in a 3v3 match. And Nuttis was just straight up vibing in a private match. But now it's time to reveal the top 5. Like mentioned before, these were voted by the Discord members. Reeegzy scored this triple backdash reset in training. Doggo scored the most insane heptaflip reset shot that has been ever scored on this show. Lydipai scored this triple touch in Heatseeker. And Pavani, you know what? I'm gonna just let the clip play out. You know, when he's faked your entire team in front of you, maybe just go for the ball instead. And last but not least, we have Lemyn, who just flexed on his opponents with this flick. And that's the top 5. As always, there will be a YouTube poll on the channel. The person with the most votes after 24 hours wins 500 credits. But that's it for this week's episode. Hope you enjoyed it. And if I look or sound sick, it's because I am. Basically, I went to Estonia, and as soon as I came back, I just started feeling sick. So I blame Estonia. If you're from Estonia, dislike this video right now. Wait, no. If you're from Estonia, like this video as compensation. But welcome back to checking out places with subscribers and population as something. This time we're looking at NHL arenas, and right now we have 20.1 thousand subscribers, which is more than the United Center in Illinois. But we're about 1,000 off from the Bell Center in Montreal. But yeah, that's it for the video. Suggest what you want me to look at next time. But remember to like, subscribe, comment, share, check out this video, check out this playlist, become a channel member, follow me on Twitter. I'll see you guys later. Bye.